Hello everyone, this is MJPWGaming, and today we are going to be talking about Infinite Warfare multiplayer. Now if you did or did not know, we played it early at PrestigeIsKey, and when I say we, and chances are I'll probably touch on both of them as well as again in this video, I say we as in PrestigeIsKey, Ryan, and Saint, Reverent Saint. We all went to COD XP together, we hung out, and we played Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer, we played Infinite Warfare multiplayer, as well as Zombies in Spaceland. And I did a video each for each of those for Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer, as well as Zombies in Spaceland. And thankfully, Ryan joined me in the discussion of Zombies in Spaceland. It's also on his channel too, if you would like to check it out. So now on to the thing that you clicked on this video for. Infinite Warfare. So you've probably heard this a good bit, and I will agree that Infinite Warfare's multiplayer feels just like something of Black Ops 3. Yes, it does use just about the same, almost exact movement, being the slide and the thrust jumps. But it feels like Black Ops 3, and in a way I'm happy about that because I really love the movement system of Black Ops 3. And in my opinion, it feels a little bit more competitive and a little bit more strategical, I guess is a good word. But anyways, that is the movement. And obviously, you've probably heard that probably a million times that it's like Black Ops 3. It's not boots on the ground. And it's not like Advanced Warfare's double jump. It's like the Black Ops 3 thrust and sliding. And so I've compiled a tiny little list of the different things that I can remember that I did like versus some things that I didn't care for as much. So let's just go ahead and go through that. Straight off the bat, there is a new game mode I've never seen before in Call of Duty. It's a lot like Uplink, but what you do, you hold the uplink ball, you go and get it from the middle of the map, and you have to basically hold it. And you can throw it between teammates, but anyways, you have to hold the ball, at least one teammate, and you will gain points for your team until it resets. Now, you can't just hold it the entire game. Obviously, that would be a little bit cheating. It would reset within a couple seconds to maybe a minute or two. I can't remember exactly. And it reminds me a lot like Uplink. It's just except you're not throwing the ball. You're just kind of keeping on to it. And you can melee with the ball as well. And it's a one hit. It's just like playing Uplink. Just not throwing the ball. Another thing I really love, and I didn't actually notice this till like really further into the times we was playing. But if you hit one of the buttons that was on the D-pad, I believe, you could do a taunt, and from the taunt that we had in the game, it was just like the rock-on sort of symbol, if that makes any sense. That's sort of the taunt that we had, but that's just amazing how something like that is implemented in the game, much like the ending things that was in Black Ops 3, except you get to do this as many times as you want in the actual game, which that is just fantastic, and that opens a lot of doors to what kinds of things we could get in game, and I think we could pull off some funny stuff with that. Now there's two equipments that I would like to talk about because they seem like the most handy, and I equipped this probably every time that I was playing, and I've seen a lot of other people use these as well. First off, there's a bubble-like equipment. I'm just going to call it like a bubble. I can't remember if it was in your tactical or your lethal slot, and the same with the second one I'm going to be talking about. But the bubble, when you throw it out, it's self-explanatory. It creates a bubble over wherever you threw it, and they cannot shoot you, but you can shoot them, sort of like deal. And it'll probably help a lot, and I see it being a good part of multiplayer. And now next up, that second equipment I was going to talk about was something like a Gersh device. And all the Zombies fans and people, I'm sure, have compared it to this. I've probably called it the Gersh device at least a million times at COD XP, just because it's like a Gersh device. You throw it out, it even almost looks sort of similar to like a Gersh device. But when you throw it out, it will suck in the nearby enemies. And then when I say it's nearby, as in like a couple feet from it, not like across the map and it's going to drag you all the way over there. It's not insanely OP, don't worry about that. But the downside of that, If you are by it, and it doesn't affect your teammates, so don't worry about that, obviously, but it will suck you in as well. If you're within the same distance as like the enemies, it will suck you in and it will kill you, and it will kill the enemies once they get them in. And it only lasts a couple seconds, so it's pretty cool. And I gotta say, I honestly, I hope it comes into zombies. Hint, hint, Infinity Ward. I want this in zombies. And lastly, the last thing I was going to talk about, you can throw your equipment and fire at the same time. Now that is pretty cool because I've always gotten in trouble where I'm throwing a grenade or something and they kill me and I just don't have any chance to survive. But that's no more. You can keep firing. And now I'm going to talk about the little list of stuff that just bothered me a little bit. Now this is probably just really nitpicky and sounding and probably my own opinion and things I can fix by just turning down sounds and stuff like that. But one main thing, there was a lot of things that will go boom. Now when I say that, there's a lot of different grenades, there's a lot of like lethal and tactical stuff. It's a lot of things going boom, 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 boom. And I can just hear boom, 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 boom the whole time when we was playing. And it was really like, and this is the second thing, a lot of the sounds that's in the game of like the guns and the equipment being thrown are the things that go boom. It was all kind of loud compared to some of the other sounds. And again, that's really like nitpicky and I can just go into the sounds and turn that down. But even looking back at this gameplay, it seems like the sounds are a lot like louder. But again, that can all be changed, and within the thing, I'm just not sure if there was something that's a little bit louder than the other stuff in the build that we used. And the last thing I wanted to talk about, there's a little bit of a motion blur in the actual game. I'm not sure if it's going to be in the beta. And by the way, I'll talk about that in just a second, or the full release. Not sure. I kind of hope it's not. If it's like optional, that would be cool too. But either way, it's probably out of our hands at this point. But a lot of the people that I talked to at God XP, they all noticed it and they all kind of didn't like it. In some cases, I would say that it kind of makes it look a little bit of higher quality. But I don't know. I kind of don't want the motion blur. But you know, it's just nitpicky things, like I said, but it's not a huge deal. That's just sort of my things that I noticed that I would like to see slightly adjusted, but it's whatever. And we can't just take out the stuff that's already put in the game, like the lethals and the tacticals. Why would we do that just because one guy said it? And so I think that's going to wrap up this video about Infinite Warfare. And like I said, the beta should be coming out. I think this video will come out the day before the beta if all the timing comes correct. And like I said earlier, I did a Zombies in Spaceland video including PrestigeIsKey. It's also on his channel, but it is on mine as well. And I also did a Modern Warfare Remastered multiplayer video, and that includes gameplay as well, just like this video with Infinite Warfare gameplay. You can go check those out. I recommend you go check out Prestige and Reverent Saint. I mentioned him in this video too. We had a lot of fun at COD XP. I gotta say thank you to Activision Call of Duty for like hosting this event, because I had a lot of fun. I honestly hope that we do this again within the coming years. I really hope it's not 5 years away again, because I never experienced the first one, but I did go to this one because I was more into Call of Duty now and such rather than I was 5 years ago. But I am so happy I jumped the gun and went ahead and just bit the bullet and came all the way to LA and got to meet up with all these friends that I've talked to for years. I've met several YouTubers that already knew who I was before I noticed them first, which is insane. And it just makes me cheese up a little bit, like every time I think of COD XP, and just thinking like how long it was ago already now. It's been about a month. That's just insane, because it was like probably one of the most important things of my life so far. And I honestly hope it happens again. I cannot wait to see all the buddies again. It's going to be hard to get everyone in the same spot again, but Call of Duty seems to have brought everyone together, and it was insane. But thank you to all the devs and stuff that I've talked to personally through them. I really hope to speak with you again. And with that all being said, I love ya. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and goodbye.